New legislation that will give Queensland Police unprecedented search powers has been introduced into state parliament today. Jack's Law was named for Jack Beasley, the 17-year-old killed in a knife attack on the Gold Coast in 2019. It will allow police to search people for weapons in nightclub precincts or on public transport. His parents campaigned for the law in a bid to curb youth violence. And Jack's parents, Brett and Belinda, join us now. It would have been Jack's 21st birthday this Sunday. How are you both feeling at the moment?
Well, it's been a big week so far, and we're pretty happy about these laws being passed right before Jack's birthday and hopefully signed off on his birthday. So it's going to be a very hard day for us on Sunday, of course. We're just going to spend the time with some family and not do too much at all.
The trial of this law on the Gold Coast has seen more than 650 people charged since May 2021. What do you guys think? Does these figures surprise you?
Yeah, we were actually gobsmacked that over 241 weapons have been found on the Gold Coast, just in that tiny little safe night precinct area. So I can only imagine with these new laws what's going to be found on the public transport and also in other safe night precincts. And I mean, basically this law is to keep the community safe and keep our children safe.
There are, of course, trade-offs when you have police powers expanded in this sort of way. There'll be people who are worried about this law, critics potentially of this, saying that, you know, it opens the door for abuse. There might be, for example, Indigenous kids who get stopped that otherwise wouldn't be, things like that. What would you say to people who have those concerns?
Oh, look, I don't think there'd be too many people that have those concerns, actually. You know, the police has wandered thousands and thousands of people down here and they have not had one complaint of that at all. So I wouldn't even be worried about that, because if you've got nothing to hide and you're not carrying a weapon, you've got nothing to worry about.
We have seen another reasonably high-profile stabbing in Darwin recently. What are your ambitions here? Do you want to see this law go national?
Yes, absolutely. Darwin has a big problem up there, so does Townsville. So, you know,
So do all other states, Victoria, New South Wales. Right. So, I mean, I think to keep Australians safe, this needs to be rolled out in other states as well.
It's only a couple of years ago that you lost your boy. What do you miss most about Jack?
His everything. His laugh, his smile. It's just, yeah, it's something that should not happen to any family, and there's so many families that go through the same thing that we do. So for all the kids out there that have lost their lives to knife violence, Jack's Law is also for them as well.
He was a great kid, Jacko. He was full of life, he was full of laughs, he was a great little footballer. He had the world at his feet, and unfortunately that was taken away by a 15-year-old kid walking around Service Paradise armed with a knife. So we do what we do now to help save lives. That's why we're here.
And with our education program that we do at schools, I mean, the kids need to understand the ramifications and the snowball effect like an act of violence can have on so many people. Like Jack's friends, the first responders, Jack's big brother Mitch. Like, our lives are never going to be the same, and a lot of people's lives are never going to be the same. And I think kids really need to understand the ongoing effect it does have on everyone.
Yeah, I think it's impossible for anyone who hasn't been in your shoes to imagine what it's like. We can see what it means to you, the effect that it's having. We can also see how strong you are and determined in this. So thanks very much for finding the time to speak to us today, and all the best.
No worries.
Thanks for having us
on. Cheers.